MrsTees, it's me, Mrs. T, and today I'm here to do a what's in my carry-on video. As you guys know, if you've been watching, trust me, you know, I'm headed to Blog Her 16 this week, and it's in Los Angeles, which means my flight time and my travel time is going to be kind of lengthy, which means a carry-on with all the essentials and then some is kind of necessary. So I have taken a couple of trips before. I've gone to Colorado, I've gone to New York, all from North Carolina. So I do know I have basically perfected how to fill my carry-on with what I need. So I'm going to share that with you guys, and the first thing I'm going to share is the bag that I'm actually taking this time. This is a different bag. Usually I have the Vera Bradley, like a duffel, not a duffel, it's a tote, but it's a larger size one. But this year I went with this because it's personalized, of course. Do you see my Mrs. T? It's a Longchamp style tote bag. It's not Longchamp because, yeah, I don't have those ducats. But I did find this bag on Etsy. And the shop that I found it on is, ta-da, she put her card in there. How cute is that? So the Etsy shop is called The Dancing Workbench. And the owner's name is Karen. And she was totally awesome because, guys, I literally ordered this last Monday and she had it to me by Wednesday. She is based out of North Carolina, which I love because I always try to shop local as possible on Etsy. I always give me like within North Carolina. I just like to support them. I don't know. So, but she got it to me on a rush basis. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm going to leave her link down below. She has so many other awesome items that most of them can be personalized. So if you like custom stuff and making it yours, Karen is the person to see. I'm going to leave her link for her site, her Etsy shop down below. But this is the bag, and it's plenty of room. And I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys what I'm going to fill it with. So the first thing that I always make sure I have in my bag is my handy dandy laptop. And this is my MacBook Air. It's I think it's a 13-inch screen, and I have this case that I keep it in when I travel. It's really cool to put it in. Slips in just like this, really easily. Then you just fold the top over it, and your laptop is safe from like any bumping and jarring or whatever. And it's really easy to take out when you have to go through the security check, because they make you take your laptops out of your carry-ons. I also always bring my tablet. This is my iPad Air. It's not a mini, but I bring this as well, mainly because I have data on my tablet, and there are times in the airport where you can't get on the Wi-Fi. It's acting a little crazy. I always bring this as a backup for data and for the conference, because there are times in the conference where a tablet is a lot more convenient than a laptop. So that is going to be the first thing that goes into my bag. Next up, I have my folder that I take with me everywhere. Yes, I am new school. I love apps. I have an app for everything. But when it comes to travel and stuff, I always like to have everything on paper, meaning my itinerary, my flight information, my shuttles to and from the airport, my registration confirmations for the conference itself, my hotel reservations. I like to have all of that stuff printed and in a folder and handy, because there have been times where I've gotten stuck and say my phone didn't have reception. I couldn't pull the app up. The app was freezing on me. I mean, it's technology, people. It happens. And I was standing there like, oh my gosh. But thankfully, I always had my paper printed folder with everything I needed, and I could just go to it instead. So that's the next thing I put in my carry-on. Next up, now if you guys stay tuned, in a couple of weeks, I have going up a what's in my bag, which is a regular what's in my bag with my purse. But I show you how I organize it. And this is a peek at how I organize a lot of my bags with Ipsy bags, because they are so awesome. They're so stylish. They come in a couple of different sizes and shapes and prints. But when you're a part of Ipsy, you get a bag every month. So I've been in there a little bit over a month so far. So I have over 12 Ipsy bags. So why not use them? So this one is actually my pens and pencils and writing stuff. The next Ipsy bag that I'm using, this one has in it my power cords and a couple of chargers, and also a spare power like battery source, because you can never have too many of those. I have one that I use strictly for my phone, and then I have this one for my laptop. This one is an extra set of contacts, Band-Aids, Okay, people. Now, as I tell you what I'm putting in, some stuff is just general, but some stuff I'm going to tell you how I've learned to always have it in my carry-on. Now, this is Cottonelle Fresh Care Flushable Cleansing Cloths. I hate public restrooms, and I hate having to use them. But there are times when you're traveling, you just got to. And I love having these on hand, especially in the airplane itself, because, yeah, I like to feel fresh. So I always bring these on flights and long travel trips. So that's what's in that bag. And the thing is, with my Ipsy bags, I can just put them in here in a certain order. I'll try to show it to you guys in a second once I get everything in. And then I can access everything so easily throughout my trip. I don't have to dig through my bag. Nothing's floating around in the bag. It's just great. This was actually this month's Ipsy bag. And this one has a deodorant, which seems to have opened because I probably just stuffed it in there. Click. I have a deodorant, which I always keep because, hey, it's long flights. You want to stay fresh. You want to smell nice. And then I have my feminine personal products. So that's in that Ipsy bag. The next bag I have is also Ipsy. And this is actually, I keep my watches and stuff because I just don't like packing those. So these are my watches, which I will put in here as well. And let me see what's next. This one is actually makeup. Like, I'm actually using an Ipsy bag for makeup. This one is like lippies and lipstick and mascara and all that great stuff. So that goes in here. Because your carry-on, well, for me, my carry-on is also my purse. I don't normally carry both. And if I do carry both, it's a crossbody purse. And I only have, like, my wallet and ID in there for easy access for that stuff for the different checkpoints in the airport. But everything else that I would carry in a large purse, I just put it in my carry-on. So that's why this stuff is in here. Next are tissues. Always have to have some kind of tissues. My lotion, which I just stick in there. And this I've learned to carry with me just in case type purposes. It's a really cool, I got this actually last year at last year's Blog Her in New York. It's a cool, small, little tote bag that folds up. I'll go ahead and unfold it. And it opens up like this, and it's a tote. And then when you don't need to use it, you simply fold it back up, roll it, roll it, roll it. And then you tuck it back into the little bag. Of course, now that I'm on camera, I can't seem to tuck it. Okay, so you tuck it back into the little bag and cinch it up, and there you have it. And this is just like a tote for emergency purposes. Say I go shopping at the airport and I want to have another bag, or I have, I don't know, an extra pair of shoes. It's just an in-case emergency type thing, and it's so small, it's no harm in putting it in there. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you guys. Now, this I'm putting in my carry-on. Okay, I'm a little bit of an accessory person. Purses, watches, different types of cases. Case in point, I carry them and I like to switch them up with my outfits. So since I'm going to Blog Her, I know that I'm not going to always have the same case on my phone. Right now I have a hot pink one. I'm bringing my spare cases. This is a leopard one and this is a plain black one. And the cool beans about this leopard one is it actually has the foldable stand on it. So like say I wanted to vlog really quick or Periscope or whatever, I have a way to do it right there at the table. So that is going in my bag as well. Now this little handy dandy pouch is actually for my original phone backup power source. So this goes in my bag. And here, now I haven't packed this completely up yet. This is like a little zip pouch bag that I have that I keep spare chargers. Well, not spare, my charger cords and a power outlet. So that if I'm in the airport in between during a layover, I can find one plug source if I have to have it. Like say my power is all drained out from a flight. One power source and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs that I can use. I keep this with me all the time, and it's also great to keep in your actual blog tote bag because everybody is searching for power sources during a blog conference, and it's good to have your own. And I only need one plug, and I can charge up 4 things. You know what I mean? I mean, last conference, I think I ended up sharing this with like 2 other bloggers. But that's that. I also have some AA batteries. Keep your minds right. I'll show you what it's for. The AA batteries are actually for my Instax Instax, I can never say it, camera that I'm bringing to this year's conference. I'm uber excited to take some snapshots with this, but it does run on AA battery, so I'm just bringing some spares. So I'm going to tuck this in the corner of my carry-on. And this is an Instax, whatever you want to call it, like photo album, so that whatever snapshots I take, I can make sure I bring them home safe and without getting damaged. Stuck that in there. Look at this bag, totally not even full yet, and it's not even that heavy. So that's the awesome part. Now the other thing that I plan on packing, well, obviously the film for the camera, that would be tucked in there. The other thing I'm carrying are headphones. I have small ones, but I always carry these because sometimes, like when you're watching a movie, you don't want to, I don't know, you want everybody to know you're watching a movie. Is that bad? Sometimes I really want people to know that I'm not trying to listen, because you don't always want to have a conversation on an entire flight. I'm sorry. Is it just me? It can't just be me, right? Anyways, moving on. The next thing I have are my business cards. These are for my blog consultation site, and these are for my actual blog site. I keep them in two different ones just so if somebody asks for me for them, I know which ones I'm grabbing and I don't hand out the wrong ones to the wrong person. Next, and we're winding up, is my reading material for the flight. I'm going to read Women Are Scary by Melanie Dale. She's actually a blogger. I've read this a couple times, can you tell, because it's a little worn. But it's just that great a book that I don't mind reading it again. And next, these are actually notebooks that I found at Walmart. Love my Wally World. It says Hello Superstar on them. Can you see? I'm not sure. And these are just going to be for taking notes throughout the conference and stuff. So I'm going to pack that in as well. I'm going to stick these actually with the laptop, because I try to pack my bag so that all the flat stuff is next to each other, just so the bag keeps shape and isn't like all crazy looking. So that's that. Can't forget your wallet. Gonna have my wallet in there. And last but not, oh wait, no, not last. This is actually my rewards card stuff. I never know when I'm gonna stop somewhere that I have a card for, so I always keep this with me, and it's small, so it just tucks right in there. Next is this awesome handy dandy shawl type sweater type thing. Do you see it? It just looks like a rectangle, but it actually has sleeves. See the holes? And it goes on really cool. Let me see if I can show you guys how it goes on quickly. You just put one arm here, one arm there, and it's a quick little shawl pullover type thing, like so. And I use this for the airport. Did I put it on upside down? No. Okay. I use this for the airport, for the airplane, because, you know, you're always freezing and whatever. And it's, like I said, it looks just like a rectangle. So it folds up really quickly and easy. It's not as bulky as a blanket. And I just tuck that in there. Now, I literally did not pack this as neatly as I would if I was packing it to go. So people, please don't think it's going to look this stuff when I leave, because it won't. But this is the last thing that I'm going to put, and I'm actually debating on whether putting these in my carry-on, because this is the first time I've traveled with like 6 pairs of glasses. So I'm debating. I'm probably just going to wear the ones on my face and put these in my suitcase now that I'm thinking about it. But you guys know my glasses are kind of a part of who I am. It's a part of my brand. So I'm bringing like different ones because just like my purses, just like my watches, just like my phone cases, I like to switch my glasses up. But now that I'm looking at it, I think I'm probably just going to pack those in my suitcase. This is something I'm going to hook to my bag. It's a hand sanitizer, which I always have. And the thing I liked about this one was it came with its own hook. So there, that'll be there, just like that. And that's it, people. Now, I did not do everything as neat as I wanted to because I was trying to record and talk. But I'm going to show you guys how I have the Ipsy bags lined up in here, just so you can see. So, okay. Let me see, can I open it? That's the inside of the bag. Can you see? There. And the Ipsy bags are pretty much just lined up right behind each other. And that way, when I have to look for stuff, none of this stuff is floating around. I don't have to say, oh my God, where's that little piece of this? It's all in little pouches in their own separate individual bags. So, that's it. I will also be taking this, but most times I just loop this around the part of my suitcase. And then once I check my bag, I honestly walk around the airport just like this until I get on a flight. It's just easier, and I don't have to think about it, and I don't have to try to handle it and all this other stuff. Now, I might stick these in my bag. I'm not sure. I might put these in my suitcase because I don't need them like on the airplane or whatever. But this is just a handy tripod for my phone that I use if I'm recording a vlog, because I don't bring my DSLR to a conference. So that's that, and then this is a selfie stick. So that's it, people. This is how I pack my carry-on. Can you see? It's all packed up. This bag is awesome, by the way, because usually I can't even fit this much. I have to use like a carry-on and a tote bag. But this time I can fit it all into the one bag. And I also have this awesome strap so that I can carry it on the side. And that's it. How I pack my carry-on bag. Stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing all throughout Vlog Her. I also have a couple more videos coming up, including the what's in my bag and all about my nerd glasses. All of that is coming up within the next couple of weeks. So subscribe so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you next video. Smooches.